Hello and welcome back to another final table commentary. Today we got a 320 turbo, boppity boo. Got Lena on the final table, Dart, Axie, Third Eye, Daniel, King, who's that? I'll raise you, Centaurus, Bangles. Should be a fun one here. We got a couple jacks for darts, Ace-6 suited for Centaurus in the big, or in the, oh what the fuck? That's under the gun, my apologies. Jack. In a bit of a weird spot. Second hand, we got a bunch of shorties. We are just going to play call here facing the under the gun raise. Got 30k for the victory, 21k for second place. The other numbers down there along the bottom, they don't really matter. Queen 8-7 flop, all hearts. Darts has a heart. Centaurus without one. Ace-6 of diamonds, checks it on over. Backdoor straight draws. An overcard, we see a free queen of diamonds on the turn. Dart will think about a value bet. Should find it here. Could have got called by plenty of worse. That ace high would have hit the muck, of course. Get a free 3 of diamonds on the river. Only 7 blinds in the middle. Surely we go for some value with Jack. Dart will bet 4.5 and take the pot down. Thank you to KalipokerTV Poker Replays for the replay. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and KalipokerTV, so you can go check out some action in some silence. Ace-9 for Daniel. We'll open it up from the cutoff. Queen for Centaurus in the big blind. King with King 8. Oh, thinks about it for a second but lets her go. Be interesting to see if Centaurus comes for a non-all-in 3-bet. It will be spicy. Ace-9 will probably just fold facing it. Do queens ever just call from the big? We got a 6 blind stack, 8 blind, 11. 19 and 19. Centaurus sitting there with 25.5. They do find the 3-bet to 7 blinds. 7 blind 3-bet. Behind. Oh, Daniel does yoink it in. Quick call by the queens. We're looking for an ace or a bunch of 9s. Not going to find any of that. A jack will do, but we get the 6. Both players make a boat, but Centaurus obviously has the best of it. Just like that, we're already into break territory. 3 minutes into the show. Ace-Jack for Daniel. Still in second place here. Ace-Jack O. 1 seat over comes in for the open, and I think this one just gets through pre. I'll raise you with an ace and a 3. 18.5 blinds, don't do it, but a small 3-bet would look really cool. Make it like 4.5 to go. Put a little pressure on Daniel, one of the bigger stacks, but no. Ace-3 just hits the muck. Axie with King 7 suited, another bigger stack, 3rd place position. From early ass position, might just let this go. They think about the open though. Lena with King Queen in the big. King with a king again. We'll think about an open. Find the fold once again. 4-4 for Bangles in the small. Centaurus with 8-5 suited is in a weird spot, playing about 10 blinds effective with the small and about 8 with Lena in the big. Do we just jam it all in? No bounty opportunities. Not that type of tournament. 8-5, I don't know if we want to rip it in then. Centaurus says, fuck yeah, let's do it. The cat cries from my door. King Queen calls, and we're looking for a lot of help. 6 on the turn is a complete win for Lena there. 17.5 will slide their way. Jack for Lena. This is a real strong holding. Ace-6 for Bangles. We'll see if Centaurus opens up the 10-9. 10-7 for I'll raise you goes in the tank. Let's it go. Centaurus with that 10-9 is just too tempted. Says I gotta open this up. Jack from the small will rip it in for 17.5 and take it down pre. Just like that, laying us up to 21.5 blinds from being one of the shorties. Not much doing here. Lena with queen 10 on the button. Axie in the big 8-5 suited. I'll raise you again goes in the tank. Their eyes just must be away from the screen. They're busy talking to their wife or something. Maybe their kids. That'd be kind of cute. It's like, no, kiddo. Please let me play some cards. And the kiddo's like, no, Papa. No, Papa. We're trying to have some family time. And then Papa's like, no family time. Gamble. Anyways, ace 6-3 flop. Then it goes for a little c-bet. 8-5 suited has a backdoor straight flush draw. Small pot. Axie could check raise. They land on the fold option. Lena will just get it through with the best of it with queen 10. 10-10 for Bengals. We'll see an under the gun open from Daniel with queen 10 suited. Lots of 10s accounted for here, all 4 of them. I'll raise you again goes in the tank as the kiddos just continue to harass Papa. 10-10 for Bengals. We'll rip it all in. Well, they do about 9 blinds looking for the double. I don't know if Daniel calls here. The chips are becoming rather important after they doubled up Centaurus there. I don't really want to double up Bengals. It is only 6 more blinds to call, almost 7, into a pot of 20. Daniel will just let this one go as blinds go up. Ace 5 for third eye and 3 blinds. Looks like a jam from the small. Daniel with queen 5 might call actually. Axie probably not opening queen 6 from the button. Ace 5 jam gets a quick call looking for a queen. Is there chop outs to a king and a 5? Yes there is, but we get a jack on the river. Third eye gets a double up and Daniel's down to 31.5. Really, they're not too far from where they were. Jack 10 opens it up. Centaurus with the big stack throwing some chips around, early position open. You'll love to see it. Axie with king 8 suited. Kind of sucks we're not going to see too many bluffs with the 3 bets pre-flop here, I don't think. Chips are just too important on the final table with no bust outs yet. Ace queen for dart. We'll open it up. Lena at 9-3. Their eyes are away from the screen. They find the fold. King 2 suited for I'll raise you in the big blind with 13.5 behind. Sees a min raise. Feels like you have to see a flop, although with that being said, we got a couple of shorties. Bengals, third eye just behind us. King is pretty well tied with us, but after the next hand, if we just fold the small blind, they'll be ahead of us. Queen 9-9 flop is I'll raise you does call pre. Top pair, top kicker, dart. We'll just happily. Do we bet a blind? Do we check it back? Too many straight draws, I think, to check. Dart bets 1.4, and they don't take the pot down just quite yet. I'll raise you with backdoor equity. Thinks about it, finds the fold with the king high, and we're moving along. King 10 suited for I'll raise you in the small. They could jam it in for 12.5, and Centaurus with ace 5 suited in the big will be in a pickle. If I'll raise you, limps it in, Centaurus jams. What does King 10 suited do here? It'd also be cool to see a small raise from Centaurus. Make it like 2.8 or something. Just a jam from Centaurus makes their life easy. I'll raise you does call with the king 10, looking for a king or 10, still alive. A 10 on the turn brings in the flush draw. Centaurus doesn't get there. No ace or diamond. I'll raise you gets the full double, 26 blinds, second place position, just ahead of Axie, just ahead of Centaurus. Daniel back in first place with 31 blinds. Then we got Dart there sitting with 25.8 blinds. 3 players within 0.2 blinds of each other. I'll raise you opens the 7-7 Bangles with ace 5 in the big blind. About 10 blinds behind. Might yoink this in pre. They'll be in some real trouble because we're going to get this in. I'll raise you will call with about 70%, looking for an ace. Uh-oh. There's an ace. Any heart would do, but we don't find that. We find an ace and a 10 of spades. Bangles gets the full double. There's a lot of action there. Ace 7 for king. Gonna fold. 9-10 suited for I'll raise you. 15 blinds. A jam might get through pre. Ace 5 suited for Lena. Instead it just folds to Bangles. With the queen 8 of diamonds, they limp it in. Lena jams and we'll take it down pre. King 10 suited for Axie. You know, and I want to check something out really quick. I think this is the 320 deep stack. Okay, 320. Oh, it's a 320 turbo. I thought it was a 320 deep stack. No. But then I was thinking to myself, I think I introduced the tournament as a 320, but I don't really know if it was. Might have been like a 530. Was pretty sure it wasn't a 1K, but anyways, glad I checked that out. I'll raise you with Jack. Jack will open it up. Not much doing behind. They'll just get through pre. I think Axie with 8-3 suited. Won't see a flop here. Little kitty cat. Ace for darts. Third eye with Jack 10. Ace might limp it in here, which would be cool. No, they go for a big raise, 2.3 blinds. Axie with queen 9 suited will find the fold. Third eye was 6 blinds behind, I think. I would call, I think I would call. We are going to see a flop, king 7-2. Nothing doing for our third eye. No straight draw, no flush draw out there. Does Dart check back the ace? No, they bet a blind and take the pot down. Do. Ace 9 for third eye. 5-5 for Bangle is just gonna fold off the 21 blind stack. Holy shit, if it wasn't for third eye in there, this would be just a tight game, but third eye the short stack and 4 blinds. Makes it that there's at least one shorty, as they're going to get the ace 9 in pre. Jack 10 flops top pair. 3 in a row for third eye with an over card. They check it on over, find your see a 1 blind bet, find the call. Ace on the river, of course. Ace is the only card they could have smacked. Dart sees the bad news there. 11 blinds, slide over to third eye, and we will not lose a body. Everybody between, like 29 blinds and 11. Ace 9 gonna find the call versus ace 8-10 suited. Straight draw versus ace high. Paired board on the turn. King on the river is a brick. 35 blinds for king now. First place position, very comfy. Ace king for Lena opens it up. Daniel down to 12 blinds. Second last place now. 3-9 suited for I'll raise you in the big blind. No action for the ace king. Queen 8 suited. Lena says I'll take a hand off. I mean, that's early position under the gun +1. That's not necessarily a raise here. I'll raise you with queen 3. Oh, in the small. Will eventually fold to him as king has 5-2, and the queen high quickly hits the muck. Centaurus gets a walk. Blinds go up. Ace Jack for Daniel and 10 bigs. Centaurus with a couple of 10s in the small. I think we get this in pre. Daniel rips it in for 10. No, they make it 5 blinds to go, but Centaurus will get this in. Centaurus thinks about it, jams in 22 blinds, about 11 effective. Ace high board, but there's a 10 in there. Middle set, turns into second set. Holds on up, of course. And just like that, we do finally lose a body. Daniel, who came in first place position, the first one out of here. Kind of a tough situation for them. There was a one pot where they kind of blasted off to facing Centaurus' queens. We move along with what, 8 players? Yes, we do have 8 players. Third eye with 9-8 suited, 9 blinds. Gonna let that go, of course. Ace 3 for Bangle, who has been rather tight. Just gonna let this one go too. The Ace 3-0 on the button. Queen 7 suited for Elena. We'll raise from the small. 2.7 blinds to go. Dart in the big with a queen and a 5 of the same suit. They play call. 9-5-2. 1 spade, 1 club. Both players with backdoor flush draws. Little pair of 5s is best right now. Lena continues to tell the story and bets 2 blinds. A third pot. Dart finds the call. Queen on the turn is a bad card for Lena. They pick up showdown value, and unless a 9 or a 7 comes on the river, they are out of the tournament. No flush draw, plenty of straight draws. I think Dart just finds the call. 2 pairs. Don't lose too much here. 9 on the river, so Lena will make the best of it. Lena jams in the best of it. Queen 5, hard to fold here. All the straight draws miss. You lose to any Queen X, of course. Any 9X. You block boats. You block the Queen X. 9X wouldn't go bombs away on the turn, I don't think. And again, there's all the missed straight draws. Hard to find the fold here with the Queen 5. You don't expect this to be like jacks, 10s, 8s, or 7s, or 6s, or anything like that. It's going to be missed straight draws and Queen X and again, I don't think much 9X is in there. Maybe a few boats like 5s. Queen 9. Not too many boats. You block the 5s and the Queen 9. Hard to continue to say words. We got 16 seconds, 15 down to 10. We get the call by the Queen 5, of course, and Dart is pretty well out of here as Lena wins a 39 blind pot. Ace 6 for third eye. Not going to play that under the gun, looking to get a ladder here. Queen and a king versus a jack and a 6. Jack 6 flops 2 pairs. Dead on the turn. Dart does not win the 1 blind pot. Actually gets the job done. Ace 3 for third eye, and the small will rip it in, and I think they take it down pre. 9 blind jam. This truly just gets through. Ace 7 for Bangles. They open it up. King 8 suited. Lena gets out of there. First place position. Ace 8, we'll see if Lena stabs. That they do. King 4 for Centaurus in the big blind. Getting out of there. King 10. Lena right back in there. Jack 10 folds. Does he just take it down pre again? I think so. King 4 suited for King might 3-bet, but not likely in this situation. King 6 suited folds under the gun. 4-4 for third eye, 10 blinds. That'd be a cool jam. Not here, not today though. 9-10 suited for Bengals. We'll limp it in, and Lena will raise the queen and the jack, and oh, we just get a jam and take it down. Pretty nicely done by Bengals. Use the hand with good equity just to drip and take it down. Pre jack for Lena once again. Axie with the king 5 suited in the big blind. We'll see a raise to 2.7. Axie calls. Ace queen 3 flop. Jacks check, king 5 checks, ace on the turn. No help for Axie, looking for a king or a queen. 7 of spades on the river. Does Lena go for a little value? That they do. 1.8 blinds. Axie might call with the king high here. Axie might flick in a call. Nope. They're gonna flick in a fold dealer. Ace 10 for third eye in the big blind. 5-6 suited for Lena. 15 blinds. Do we rip it in? Queen 9 suited. Bengal says, oh, we're gonna open, so we'll take away Lena's opportunity. King jack for Axie. They fold the small third eye. Might just rip it in from the big blind. Doesn't have all that many pennies behind. They rip them all in and they'll get it through pre, I do believe. Bengals with about 41% if they find the call. But they're gonna let this one go. King 10 for Axie on the button. 15 blinds. Open it up. 2 blinds to go and they get it on through. Ace deuce for Lena. Ace deuce opens. Third eye with the 8-6 suited. Oh, he's got 12 blinds. He's not playing that. Ace 8 versus ace 8. Blind on blind. Queen 2 for king on the button. King gonna fold. Ace 8 versus ace 8. I think we get it in pre. For about 9 blinds, I'll raise you jams. Centaurus calls. We have a flip. Any spades dealer? No, we're chopping it up. Do 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 do. Blinds go up. Ace king for Axie. Ace 9 suited for Lena. Excuse me, a bunch of 9s being folded. 15 blind jam. I bet Lena just folds facing the under the gun +1 3-bet. Axie makes it 7 blinds to go. 7 behind. Lena finds the fold and we're moving along. Jack 10 suited for Axie. Just gonna fold under the gun. Ace 10 for Centaurus. Centaurus on the button. Ace 10-0. Ace 10-0. Raises and takes it down pre. King jack for Axie in the big blind. Centaurus thinking about an open with jack 10. They find it. 8-8 for Elena in the small. 30 blinds effective. We'll rip it in and take it down pre. Ace 4 suited for Lena. Might rip it in for 20 blinds. Under 20 blinds, sorry. 17.5 effective with the small. Ace 3 suited in the big blind. We'll let it go for third eye. I'll raise you. We'll let go of an ace under the gun. Ace jack for Lena will open. King with 10-9 in the big blind. I think we're going to a flop here, dealer. But no. King says I'll just preserve my chips and get the heck out of there. 9-7. Lena will find the fold. King 10 Axie off 16 and a .8 blind, so raise and take it down, Bree. Ace Jack, Bangles, 13.5 blinds. Weird spot for him. They do elect to go for the big size, 8 blinds, effectively rips it in. And gets it on through. Ace Jack for Centaurus. Excuse me. Ace Jack, Centaurus will rip and take it down pretty. They could always go for a small raise too. They just jam. Take it down. Aces for I'll raise you with about 6 blinds. Third eye with an ace and a 7. Don't rip it in, dude. Don't you dare rip it in. 1-7 being folded in the big blind. Third eye might be in a lot of trouble here. Yeah. Pretty well dead. They'll have about 2.5 blinds or some shit. That does not look good for third eye. Ace 7-0 versus aces, 6%. Backdoor straight draw doesn't come in on the turn. And just like that, I'll raise you. Gets a nice double, 13.5 blinds for him. Ace 6 for third eye. We'll rip in the last 2.5. I'll raise you with the ace 9 suited. Might get out of there. Might just get out of there. Yes, that it does. King 2 will call. Ace high board, good news for third eyes. They get the double, 6 blinds for him. Like, is it good news for him? I don't fucking know. He was at 8 blinds and now he's at 6, so not too far away from where he started. Ace, ace for I'll raise you. They open it up. And they should just get this through pretty. Lena with a couple of 3s will fold. 9-8 suited and the small gets out of there. And we're moving along. Like some playability with a couple of suited king X's off the shorter stacks. They're gonna fold. Third eye with jack 5 has the best of it and 5 blinds. Might rip it in pretty. That they do with about 56% and they get it on through. Ace 8, third eye will be all in for about 7. King 9 will fold the small and jack 5 as well. Queen 10 Lena comes in for an open, you'll love to see it. Ace 7 for Centaurus. Big stack versus big stack, ace 7. Do we ever 3-bet here? It's a little bluffski. We do 6.5 blinds to go, and Lena swiftly folds. Nice little steal by Centaurus, who wakes up with ace queen, but 10-10 in the big blind. Ace jack for king, 17 blinds, 6s for third eye. We might be 4 ways all in or some shit. Nah, Bangles is tight, so they'll probably fold. So 6s jam. Ace jack gets it in. No, they play call, 10 blinds behind. Surely Centaurus rips it in with ace queen, right? Or does Centaurus and Bangles both fold? Ace queen hits the muck. Does Bangles fold as well? Yeah, it didn't feel like we were gonna go 4 ways. Bangles does let it go. Ace high board, jack, or sorry, ace. This guy's name is King. And a king is a card, so it makes it very difficult to commentate. But anyways, king with ace jack. They're gonna bet half pot with top pair. We're only playing 2 blinds behind. Third eye has the backdoor flush draw, but other than that, they're pretty fucked. I'll need a 6. Or backdoor clubs. A 6 or backdoor clubs. Surely we call. Surely we call. Like, we expect king has a good hand here, right? I don't know how we fold the 2 blinds behind. We have 13%. Upside down 6. I get a 9 on the turn. Third eye is gone to Alonso and Centaurus with the ace queen. Don't think you're kicking yourself. Bengals with the 10-10. Applauds their fold with the 10-10 in the big blind. I'll raise you with queen 10 is thinking about an open, or their eyes are away from the screen again. Ace jack Centaurus opens. Ace queen for Lena will 3-bet here, I think. Being in first place, ace queen 3-bet comes in. 6.5 blinds to go by Lena. If Centaurus 4-bets, do they ever get it on through? They can click it to like... Oh, no, they don't. quick call. Any jack dealer. No siree. But a 60 blind pot slides over to Lena, and Centaurus is certainly kicking himself after that one, folding the ace queen versus ace jack. Then they get ace jack in versus ace queen, and it doesn't get there. Centaurus out in 6th place. We're down to 5. Basically, Lena with the big stack, a king with the 20 blind stack, and then 3 players at 10 blinds. Ace 4 for Bengals. Has a hand they can jam. They do elect to take the spot here, and they should get it on through. King queen for I'll raise you. Ace 8 for king. Could get this in pre. Axie with ace 2 on the button. Axie folds. Blind on blind. I think we just get this in. King jams. King queen calls. Looking for a king queen or 10. Queen on the river. Poor king. You see, when I say king in that sentence, it doesn't necessarily always sound like it makes sense, but because you're saying somebody's name. And it's confusing me as I'm thinking the card king every single time I say it. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyways, king loses the pot. And they get a king and a jack. King with the king. High. Opens it up to 5.5. Effectively rips it in and takes it down pre. Ace 5 for king. Ace king for Axie. Get a min raise from king with the ace 5. Ace king jams and gets it on through. Ace 10 versus jack 10. Blind on blind. We get a jam and a fold, and we're moving along. King queen for Axie. Sees Elena open. I like a jam here for 14 blinds. Facing such an aggressive opponent. Rip it in, especially once they have the king 3-0. A call feels too weird as king queen 0 hits the muck, no good by Axie. They are in a spot where they can make a few $1,000s, right? Well, we got 5 players left, 7, almost 8 grand locked up. If 2 players bust, yeah, they'll make about 8 grand. So Axie has dollars on their mind, says I'll look for a better spot than king queen. As we move along, I'll raise you gets a raise through pre. Queen 9 from the button. I'll raise you thinks about an open again, lets her go. King 8 for Bengals jams and gets it through pre. Ace king, I'll raise you opens. 21 blinds in total. Coming for a little more than a min raise. Queen 8 suited for Lena in the small. Jam would be interesting here, obviously. Ace king would call. Lena says, fuck it, we just fold. Queen 8 suited, not gonna jam here, not gonna call, just fold, moving along. Ace queen, Axie jams and takes it down pretty. Dippity-doo, dippity-dee. Ace 7 Bengals. Just gonna pass in the spot. Queen 9 opens 6-6 in the big blind. A jam would be awesome. I'll raise you, we'll just take it down pre. They put their life on the line with the big stack though. That's kind of scary. We do get the jam. Very nicely done by I'll Raise You. They'll just get it through pre-flop, of course. Ace 10 suited. Lena opens. And I'll get this through pre-flop. Not much doing here. Ace 8 for Bengals. I'll jam from the small and take it down pre. Ace 8 for Bengals. We'll jam it in and take it down pre. Jack 3 for Lena is suited. They'll rip it in for about 12.5 and get a call from the big with the Queen 10. Oh, and flop a fucking flush. No outs for a king. They are just Gonzo, Alonzo, 12 blind. Slide over to Lena. Axie with the ace 10, 12 blinds, 10-10 for Bengals. Axie jams. They're in a lot of trouble here. Four-handed. I don't think Bengals is folding 10s. They get this in. Lena will get out of the way with the queen and the 4. Axie will find the call, of course, for about 4 blinds. 30%, and they find the ace. Another ace. The 10 on the river would be irrelevant if it came. Just like that, Axie knocks out Bengals and they get 4th place. So about 15.5 grand locked up, 6-4-0. Lena in the small raises to 3 blinds. Axie with the pocket pair of 4s himself. Could 3-bet all in and take it down pre. 26 blinds, jams it in and takes it down. Jack 2 for Lena will open it up. I'll Raise You in the big with an ace and a 4. Could live up to their name with a 3-bet here. No, they just play call. 10-4, 3 flop. That'll pair for I'll Raise You with the best kicker. Lena with a backdoor straight draw, 3 in a row. Bet small, 1.6 blinds into it, just under 5. I'll Raise You. Who's got a very interesting river there as their pitcher. Looks kind of cool now, don't it? Sorry, they check raise. Make it about 5.1 to go. Elena again with 3 in a row. No backdoor flush draw, gets the heck out of there. King 5 suited versus 10-10, blind on blind, 3-handed. Get a limp and a raise and a call, and we're off to the flop. It's just taking a while. 3.5 blinds is the size by Lena. So it looks like some beautiful forestry. At first I thought it was going to be some sort of place full of rivers and such. I don't know why my brain went to Africa. Is there a lot of rivers in Africa? I don't know. But then you see all that greenery. Surely it's not Africa. Does Africa have trees and shit that are full of greenery? I don't know, dude. Gotta go to geography class or some shit. Anyways, we get a king, queen, 2 flop, goes check, check, 6 on the turn, goes check, check. 5 on the river, I'll Raise You. With the beautiful scenery in their picture. Making 2 pairs on the river here. Lena with the pair of 10s. Sees a 2 blind bet, and if I'm them, I look it up. Yeah, Lena just finds the call, says I'm too curious. Sees the bad news, blinds go up. And Axie over here with the little kitty as their picture. I love it. Oh, kitty. Can't even tell if their eyes are open or closed. It's kind of a poor quality picture, but I'm not really one to complain. I I wish it was like zoomed out a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the cat. But anyways, Lena will raise 3 blinds, ace jack. King 6 finds the call, finds middle pair. Ace jack continues to tell the story. They have about 1.6 blinds, and Lena's picture is them and a couple buddies. That's some genuine wholesome shit right there. You love to see that. Just a couple grown men being friends. 8 on the turn. Completes the flush. Plenty of straight draws over there. Lena checks it on over. Pair of 6s checks it back. Deuce on the river goes check check as well. About 10 blinds slide over to Axie. So just like that, we have a pretty even game. Lena with about 36 blinds. I'll raise you with about 28 for Axie. Get a raise from King 8, and Lena will take it down pretty. So where the fuck is that river, huh? No matter which screen I look at, I can't quite tell where that river is from. Just from a simple picture, no I can't. Jack 10, Lena will open the button and take it down pretty. 5-7 for Axie on the button. Gonna raise and take it down. No, they're not. Lena with Jack 7 in the big defense. Ace King 8 flop. Axie with the flush draw. Backdoor straight draws. Bet small. Lena with a backdoor straight draw. Jack high. The best of it gets out of there. 7-6 will limp. 5-6 will check. Interesting to see Lena switch up the pace and go for a limp here. Queen 10-9 flop goes check check deuce on the turn. Lena bets a blind and takes the pot down. 6 high no draw gets out of there. Ace 4 versus King 3. How's Axie go about playing the small blind here? Not expecting Lena to fold too many not expecting Lena to fold too many buttons. Axie limps in the Ace 4. King 3 will check it back. Queen 7-4 flop. Axie with bottom pair, the nut flush draw, checks it over. King high could be best, has showdown value, can just check it back. 6 on the turn. Ace 4 checks. King 3 says I'm probably not winning. Few straights get there. You would have expected your opponent to bluff at some point. 7 on the river. I'm just wondering what the hell shows down here. Some sort of jack high, 10 high. King high beats a few hands, I guess. Not many. Wouldn't be surprised to see a bluff here from the king high. Is what I'm trying to get at. I'll raise you shows it down. King 4 for I'll raise you in the small. Gonna limp it in and call facing a raise. Lena with King 3 checks it on back. 9-9-6 flop. Flop goes check check 3 on the turn. Lena makes the best of it with that pair. Looking for a king, a 6, or a 4. King is a chop pot. 6 is a chop pot. 4 would get the job done for I'll raise you. Lena with that pair of 3s bets a blind. Get a call, 8 of hearts on the river, 4 hearts for I'll raise you, but there's no more cards to come, so that's pretty irrelevant here. Does not mean much in this situation. River goes check check and a pair of 3s is best. 9-9 for Lena. Raises to 3 blinds. Axie with Queen 5-0 lets it go. A6 Lena opens, suited and booted. I'll raise you with the Jack 7-0 in the big blind, just finds the fold. Ace 2 for I'll raise you. Limping it in. Limping it in. Limp, limp, limp. Oh, we jam it in for 20 blinds and take it down pre. That works as well. King, king for I'll raise you. Ace 4 suited for Axie in the big blind. We could always see a 3-bet here. No, we just get a call pre 9-6-2. No diamonds for Axie. No diamonds for him at all. Overpair, backdoor flush draw. I'll raise you, will bet, and depending on the size, they might take the pot down. Ace 4 does hit the muck. 9-3 versus 10-7, and I'll raise you, will get a walk. Putting them in second place position by the slightest of margins. 5-5, I'll raise you in the small, limping it in. Do we just jam and take it down pre again? I'll be limp this time for 2, checks it back, queen 6-2 flop. I'll raise you, bets a blind, 4-2 calls, finds 3 of a kind. I'll raise you, bets another blind, 1.6 or 7? No. They check it over. Lena bets 3.2. Still some straight draws and flush draws out there. We'll see what I raise you elects to do with that pair of 5s, blocking some straight draws. They find the call, ace on the river. I'll raise you, checks. Lena will bet 7.5. And 5-5 is in a real pickle. Still blocking some of the straights that missed. Don't love life here. Five goes deep in the tank and does find the fold. Nicely done. And we get another break. Jack 2 gonna limp it in. 6-3 gonna check it back. Nine 2 flop goes bet fold, and we're moving along. Axie does have backdoor equity. 6 high does call, queen on the turn. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw does not come in. Queen of hearts on the turn. Axie with 6 high, Lena with bottom pair 2s. Turn goes check check, 7 on the river. Lena bets small, 1.4. Axie again with 6 high gets out of there. Blinds go up. Ace 6 in the small. Axie playing 16.5 blinds deep. Can rip it in and take it down pretty. Do. Rips it in and takes it down pretty. Four 3, Lena gets a walk. 9-9, Lena raises and takes it down pretty. They did go full 3x from the small. They could have went a little bit smaller. Would have been interesting to see. Maybe they'll size down at a certain point. Axie with about 20 blinds there. Look at me critique Lena. No, I'm just saying I've seen them go smaller before. Like 2.7 blinds instead of 3. So they could have gone smaller. I'm not saying Lena should have gone smaller. Ace Jack versus Ace 10. I think we get this one in pre. 3 blind sized by Lena, making their life easy, not clicking in the button, just quickly scrolling the wheel to the 3 blind size. 10 on the turn is rather dirty. Axie does make the pair of 10s versus the Ace Jack high. Lena right back in there with 3-3. Gets it through pre. And that was the big pot. 36 blinds for Axie. King Jack for Lena will get a walk. Ace 10 versus Queen Queen. Lena gets it in good again. I'll raise you. We'll be looking for an ace or a couple of 10s or some straight help. They bet 8.5. If I'm Lena, I might just click call. Lena says I'm all in dealer. Ace 10 gets it in. Looking for an ace or a 10 and a 4. Sorry, I was going to say 2 10s. But then the 4 came on the turn before I could say anything. Just like that, Lena is in first place. And the game could have been over had the Ace Jack held up. Instead, we get this heads up battle. Axie with about 34 blinds, making a pair of 10s on the Ace Jack 10 flop. Lena with a straight draw to the king or 9. Excuse me. 7 1/4 blinds in the middle. Turn goes check check. 6 on the river. Goes check check, and Axie takes down a nice pot. Start off the heads up battle. 38-41. King 10 will open. King 3 will defend. It is about a 9k heads up battle. Whoa, and King 3 bets to 8 blinds. Hard to play any way, which way for Lena there. King 10 does hit the muck. Nice steal by Axie to start off the heads up battle. They're getting going. First place position. King 9 7 flop. Axie with middle pair. Lena with a straight draw to the 8. Gets a free turn, the 4 of hearts. Lena bets 3 blinds, and Axie finds the call here. Eventually. King on the river. Axie is not going to fold to a bluff. Lena fires away. What size do we go? 8.8. No, Lena just gives it up wisely. 9-6 will check it down and win the 10, almost 11 blinds in the middle. Queen Jack versus Jack 2. Open and a call and a Queen Jack 5 flop. Top 2 bets about, what the hell, 2.55 into 4 1/4. Axie with the middle pair calls ace on the turn. King 10 makes a straight. There's still the club draws. Obviously any ace X, any queen X that wouldn't bet on the turn like this. Axie might talk themselves into a call. Queen on the river. Lena makes a boat. Does Axie block bet? Nope. Check it on over. Lena will rip it all in. They got a boat, yo. The boat will be best. Jack 2 for Axie. Deep in the tank here. 24 blinds to call into a pot of what? 70? Holy shit. Big pot here for Axie. Says the club draws miss, yo. I block some boats. They do just let the Jack 2 go here. Just like that, Lena's back in first. King 7 versus 6 7. Axie opens. Lena 3 bets and takes it down pre, or does Axie go to a flop here? They get a fair price. They say no, we'll look for a better spot. 8-3 will open. Queen 7 will defend with a call. 8-7-3 flop. Another flop. 2 pairs for Lena. They bet big again. 2.8 into 4.65. Axie will call. 7 on the turn. Counterfeit the 2 pair. Make 3 of a kind. Axie is loving life here. 2 flush draws out there. Bunch of straight draws. Axie leads out 2.5 blinds. Lena isn't a big fan of that 7, but still has to find a call. They even stick in a raise to 7.5. This is interesting. They are in a real trouble here. Does this give them the opportunity to check down the river? So you hope your opponent calls and the river goes check, check, I suppose? Whoa, interesting little play by Lena here. Axie all the way in the tank. 3 bets all in the turn. Does Lena fold to the 3 bet now? 21 more blinds to call. Yeah, you do. Very interesting happening there. Lena found out exactly where they were with a little 3x raise on the turn. 6-3, Axie will open. 9-4 defends. Ace, Queen, 8 flop. Axie bets 1.6 and takes it down with the 6 high. Nice little play by Axie. Blinds go up. Ace 5 versus Queen 5. We get an open and a call. Ace 9, 7 flop. Top pair checks it over. Lena with Queen high checks it back. 8 on the turn. Both players drawing to the 6 for chop. Axie with top pair leads out 4.5 over the pot slightly and takes it down. Ace 9 versus Ace 8. We get an open and a call. Jack 10, 3 flop. Eight on the turn. Lena makes a pair. Azzy open-ended. Queen on the river, so that pair of 8s is no good now. Axie with the straight will bet large. 3.8 and they get paid off here. Lena does find the call with the pair of 8s. 4th pair on a one-liner to the 9. The King 9 makes a straight. Ace King makes a straight. Lena flicks in a call. Curious with that pair of 8s. 7 deuce. Bets a blind on an Ace Queen 6 flop and takes a pot down. Queen 7. Axie gonna raise. Just kidding, limps it in. Jack 4 gets a free flop. Jack 3, 2 goes check. Check 6 on the turn. Lena with top pair bets a blind and takes the pot down. 10-8 suited will limp it in. 9-3 will raise to 3.5. 10-8 calls. 6-5 4 flop. Got 4 in a row for Axie. They check it on over. 7 would be a real dirty card as both players would make a straight here. Lena bets 2.5 blind, gets a call. Queen of clubs on the turn. Neither player with a club and they're holding. Lena bets 4.5 and that should just take the pot down. Straight draw gets out of there. Axie opens the 9-3 suited, gets a call by King 10. Queen 8. No, it's our Queen. 8-5 2 flop. Oh boy, backdoor, straight backdoor flush. Bets 3 blinds. King 10 for Lena. Finds the call. 9 on the turn. Axie with top pair. Lena with 2 overs. 10.5 blinds in the middle. 6.25 blinds is the bet. And the bet gets through. King King versus Jack 10 suited. We could always get this in pre. Axie says no, we'll just call. Ace 10 3 flop. King King bets 1.5. Pair of 10 skulls, 5 of clubs on the turn. Kings bet 4.5. Axie finds the call. 8 on the river. Does it just go check, check? That it does. Lena wins a nice pot. Jack 5 for Axie opens. 9-2 for Lena. Folds. Five 3 for Lena, limping it in. 9-6 checking it back. East Queen 2 flop. Straight draw to the 4 for Lena. Bets a blind. 9-6 has a flush draw. Gonna call. Ace on the turn. Turn goes check, check, deuce on the river, and we're chopping the pot. Board pairs with the queen, kicker, boring shit, Axie bluff. Lena folds. Overbet pot. Nice little play by Axie here to take this one away with the 9 high. 7-6 will open. King 7 will defend with a call. 10-9, 4 flop. 4.5 blinds in the middle. Straight draw to the 8. Axie will check and bang it off on the turn apparently. Check and bang it off. Lena with a 7 and they're holding 4 in a row, leads out 2.7. Get a call by the straight and a 4 on the river with the hearts completing as well. Lena bets about 6. Axie will at least call. The board pair and the flush does get there. There's a few better straights. Do we just call? Weird spot for 7-6. I would raise personally. Heads up poker. We'll just go for some value by 4x. And Axie jams and takes it on down. Jack 2 will limp. 8-7 will check. 7-6-3 flop goes. Uh-oh. Pair of 7s checks. The Jack high checks. Queen on the turn. Axie checks. Lena bets 3 blinds into 2 1/4. That's a big bet, yo. Lena's in a little trouble here. Queen on the river. Pair of 7s is going nowhere. 8 1/4 blinds in the middle. Lena is not going to win this one here. They bet all in. If I'm Axie, I just hero call. Just like that, the show's over, folks. Axie might get the job done here, beating Lena, a very, very strong player. No, oh, the show is not over. Axie finds the fold. Beautiful play by Lena. That one could come back to bite Axie. 4-2 will open. 6-4 defends. Queen 10-9 flop. Axie bets and takes the pot down. Wow, I thought Axie was going to get the W there. They still got a commanding chip lead, but Lena with 18 blinds is scary. 6-5 will get in there. Flop middle pair, open ender. Backdoor flush draw. Axie with top pair, backdoor straight draw. Lena bets 1 blind. Axie calls 6 on the turn. 3 of a kind for Lena. You can just smell the comeback cooking. Big fold with the pair. 7s was no good. 7s lead out 1 blind to your Jack on the river. Axie is in trouble. Full double coming up. Axie bets 4.5. Lena just calls with 3 of a kind. Very interesting. Maybe because a pair of 7s shouldn't call a river jam. Anyways, queen 6 will open. 8-9 will defend. We're both suited and booted. We got an ace 4-2 flop. Backdoor flush draw for Lena. Backdoor straight draw for Axie. Queen high is best in position. We'll bet 1 blind, and Lena will think about getting the hell out of there. They find the call. Deuce of hearts on the turn. Nothing really doing for either player still. Lena will lead out 1.6 and take it down. Yeah, very interesting hand there. Lena gets it on through. Queen 9 limps it in. Why did 8-9 even call and then limper lead out the turn? 9-2 will raise facing the limp. Queen 9 defends. Ace Jack 6 flop. No pairs for nobody. Backdoor straight draw for Lena with the backdoor flush draw. 9-2 will bet and take the pot down. Queen 5 limps it in. 8-2 checks it back. Or raises to 4 blinds. Four or 5 suited, raising it up. 9-7 defending. 8-6-2 flop. Open ender for Lena. Open ender for Axie. Free turn. Jack of clubs. How did we get a free turn here? It's not likely we get too many pennies in the middle. Lena will bet on the turn. Does Axie just call? Deuce on the river. 9 high versus 4 high. 9 high checks it over. Lena's gonna have to bluff here. 5 high, no good. Lena rips it in. And Axie folds the best of it with the 9 high. Game's tied up now. Ace King versus Ace Queen. Hard to win with Ace Queen versus Ace King, yo. Game is tough. Lena will 3-bet to 7.5. Axie will rip. And we are looking for a queen, or the show is certainly over. 30k, 9k heads up battle. No queen for Lena. That is the show. Nice job by Axie. Had a few rough hands in there, the heads up battle, but it's not like I could have done any better. You know, I would have still fucked up. But anyways, great game by Axie. Great game by Lena. It was fun to see Lena come in with the shorter stack. Find a way to get heads up there with the, I think, did they come in as the favorite? No, I think they came in slightly behind. They became the favorite. Axie took some chips back. Lena took some chips back. Then they were pretty much tied up. And then Ace King versus Ace Queen. Lena's out of there. But anyways, Daniel started this thing off with 70 blinds, left first place. Or left in 9th place, I guess. Wow. You can tell the show is just over. I can't even correctly assemble a sentence, you know. But anyways, if you made it all the way through this bullshit, thanks for checking it on out. Hopefully we'll see you in another video. If you got any comments or suggestions to improve the show, fire them down below. And adios, amigos.